inner right, inner switch completed, no? Inner concept, inner loops completed, nested loops completed, right? Okay. So today let us try to understand break, continue and return, following by a concept called label. Break, continue, return and following by label. Okay. What is a break? What is a return? What is a continue? All the people know, no need to tell. Break is a transfer statement. It is used for terminating a loop or switch case. For example, I am writing a method called M1, which contain some SOPLN statements. Inside this, I have for loop I am writing. Some iterations I am writing like this. How many iterations it will execute? It will execute 5 iterations. Until all these 5 iterations completed, if you want wait. For example, I have a queue. I am going in a line. Now you started going. There is a big queue. Now this is a counter where you want buy some tickets or whatever. Okay, keep on waiting. You got somewhere doubt. There is no use of waiting until I reach the counter. Anyways, I don't get a ticket. Then you breaking your process and going out and trying to find some other work, trying to do some other work. Okay. For example, now the class is at 4 o'clock. Now I know you have to attend the class 4 to 6. Now 4 o'clock I should start class, not at started. 4:15 not started. 4:20 not started. 4:30 not started. Then you will start slowly thinking that okay, now I need to leave the class. Now you are breaking the class and then going. Okay, you are leaving the class and doing your own work. Okay, so then what do you call this concept? Actually, I want to execute, keep on up to 6 o'clock. But in the middle, I wanted to terminate and go. In that case, I have to use break. So I'm writing a loop. I don't want to execute all iterations of the loop. In that case, if you want to terminate and go, you must use break. Okay, now you may ask me a question. Sir, how many iterations you want to execute? Those many iterations only write conditions, sir. Why you write more iterations and why you wanted to terminate? Based on value, okay? Based on the value. All right, are you catching my point? For example, now I'm taking database, okay? Database, multi-thread based program is running. Multi-thread based, okay? I am storing data, I am reading data, other person storing data, other person reading data. Okay, I need to keep on read. Continuously, I want to keep on read the value. When I'm keep on reading that value, how long I need to keep on read? Until this table is populated with row, my data, HK data. Once HK data is populated in this table, I don't want to continue this loop. I want to terminate and go. Okay, now, right. So what the point I'm repeating? If you want to terminate a loop, complete all iterations and wanted to leave this loop, execute rest of the statements available in this method, then I should use a concept called break. In general, break we will place not directly, break we will place under if condition. Okay, if the condition value meeting to the required result, then we will break this loop and go. In what situations? I'm executing this loop depending on some other inputs. If okay, the input is matched, then I want to terminate and go. Otherwise, I want to continue execution. In that case, we will use what do you call break concept. Okay, what is the output of this program? For int I equal to 0, I less than or equals to 5, I plus plus. Iteration 1, start. Then I value 1, don't break, continue. Iteration 1, end, loop iterated. I value 2, increase I plus plus. 2 less than or equals to 5, yes. Iteration 2 start is I value reach it to 3? No. Okay, required value not generated. Then continue running. Iteration, what do you call it, to end. Then loop iterated. Okay, iteration number 3 start. Now iteration 3, 3 equal to 3? Yes. Then break, terminate it. Okay, now break, terminate it, and then send the control out of this loop. This iteration one end message displayed? No. Directly from this break statement, it is going out of the loop, and the statements available after this loop will be executed. In M1 after loop, M1 end messages are displayed on the console and going back to main method. So total output will be main start, M1 call, then M1 start in M1 before loop, then iteration 1 start, iteration 1 end, iteration 2 start, iteration 2 end, iteration 3 start, terminate in M1 after loop, M1 end, main end. So we don't see all the iterations till end. Look at there. In M1 before loop, how many iterations totally should execute? 5 iterations. 2 iterations are completed fully. Then third iteration, 3 start message will come, end, and 4, 5 iterations not executed. If I remove the break, then what happens? All 5 iterations are executed. If I remove break, what happens? All 5 iterations are executed. Control 1, control 2. All 5 iterations executed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then terminated. Okay. Next, if I write if break, then it is not terminated. All iterations not executed. In the middle, it is terminated. Okay. This is the concept about break. The next question. Again repeating, what the use of break? Break is used for terminating a switch case and all iterations of loop, send the control out of the loop, out of the switch, and execute rest of the statements available in the method. We will use break. Now the requirement is, I want to loop execute only one iteration I want to terminate. Okay. If the given value reaching to a requirement, I want to terminate only one iteration, not all iterations. Here what happened? All iterations are terminated, but I want to terminate only one iteration. In that case, I should not break. I should use what? Continue. What the meaning of continue? Terminate current iteration and execute, continue with the next iterations. Terminate only current iteration and execute next iterations. Okay, then let me see the small program. Same program, no difference. In place of break, I have used continue, that's all. Then in this program, output is what? M1 start in M1 before loop. Okay, then for loop, iteration I start. I value what? 1. 1 equal to 3? No. 1 end. Iteration 2 start. 2 start. 2 equal to 3? No. Iteration 2 end. Iteration 3 start. Tell me. I value 3 reached to required condition met. Then continue executed. What the meaning of continue? Continue means terminate current iteration of the loop. Terminate current iteration of the loop and execute with the next iteration. Break means what? Terminate all iterations, all remaining iteration of the loop and send the control out of the loop. That is the difference between them. Is it clear? Everyone got clarity? Yeah? Right. So now tell me, if I equal to 3, continue is executed, then control is going to out of the current iteration and remaining iterations are continue executing. I value 4, 4 start, 4 end. Now again, 5 start, 5 end. Everyone understand? This is the concept about continue. Control 1 compile, control 2 execute. Look at the program. Main start. Okay, main start, M1 start. In M1 before loop, iteration 1 start, 1 end. Iteration 2 start, 2 end. Iteration 3 start. Look at that. 3 end message is there or not there? Current iteration is terminated. Four start, 4 end, 5 start, 5 end, after for loop. So I'll keep both output of break and continue side by side. Then you can see complete output. Look at here. In iteration 3, break complete remaining iterations of the loop, sending end of the method. Whereas continue terminate only current iteration and continue with next iterations of the loop till end of the condition fail. That's it. So in what situation, which control flow statement you have to use? When you are writing code, you will get to know all the points. No need to worry. Okay. Next, return statement. Static void M1. What is the difference between break, continue, return? Same program I am writing, okay? I'm not doing any change. Just I want to show you the difference between three statements. All three statements are used for terminating method execution. I mean, all three statements are meant for terminating. Okay? All three statements are used for terminating only. Break terminates current, break terminates the loop, all remaining iterations. Continue terminates only loop current iteration, only current iteration, continue with the next iterations. Return will terminate, not loop. Return terminates complete method and send the control back to calling method. Break continue meant for terminating current iteration, whereas return statement used for terminating complete method. It is not one iteration. Okay, na? It is used for terminating complete iteration, not one method, not one, sorry. Return used for terminating complete method, not just one loop. Look at here. When you run this program, once a return statement executed, it is searching for not a loop end, searching for method end. Until method end found, it keep on terminating all the statements and going to calling method. What is the output we will get? You don't see, once return statement executed, you don't see M1 after loop. Okay, any M1 after loop, M1 end, you don't see. Look at there. Return, iteration 3 start. Now return statement executed and going to main end. Okay, now this is the basic idea about what you call return keyword. Now let me try to understand. There are some common rules on break statement. Okay, all these three statements have some common rules. Now I'm trying to take method. Inside method, I'm writing break directly. Is it allowed? Inside method, main method not required, just I'm taking normal method. There is no execution, only rules compile timer point. Right. Can I write break directly? Inside a method, can I write break directly? Compiler throw error. Break is used for what? Break is used for terminating switch case or loop. Now, if you write a break here directly, compiler asking, why did you write break? What the use of break? You want to terminate whom? It is meant for breaking. Whom I should break? I don't want to murder anybody. Knife is not required. Right? Rifle is not required. Only my empty hand sufficient to go on road. I wanted to donate some food to the workers outside. I mean, some people, okay, poor people. I want to donate some food. Then I have to carry what you call food packets, right? What I want to do, that I need to carry. Break is used for breaking the statement, breaking for the loop. So it will not break anything here because it cannot break method. So it is throwing error. Break outside switch or loop. Okay, break outside switch or loop. Okay, fine. Now, I'm using continue. Is it allowed or not allowed? I'm using continue. Is it allowed or not allowed? Not allowed. Compiler will throw error because continue is meant for terminating a loop iteration. a loop iteration. So where is loop? There is no loop. So compiler throwing error, continue outside of loop. Continue outside of the loop. Okay, I will write separate methods so that I can show you all at a time. Static void M2, open bracket, closed bracket. Observe, break is allowed both in switch and loop. Break outside switch or loop, continue outside of loop. Okay, continue not allowed in the switch. Okay, next. Now I am writing return statement directly. Any compile time error? I am placing return statement directly. Any compile time error? No compile time error, because return is meant for only 2 errors coming. Return is meant for terminating method. So it is allowed to place inside method only. Now no compile time error. It is allowed. Compile successfully. Okay. Now I am writing something like this. Just one block I have written. Just block. It is a method block. It is a normal block. Inside normal block I am writing what do you call break. Is it allowed? Not allowed. Compiler throw error. Break outside of switch or loop. Okay. I am trying to write continue inside. Continue outside, I mean, directly writing in a block, allowed, continue outside of a loop, not allowed. Now I'm trying to write return, tell me, allowed or not allowed? Now I'm writing return in a normal block. It's not a method block. Allowed or not allowed? Come on, allowed or not allowed? Allowed? Not allowed. Compiler will throw error, return outside method. Okay, return outside method. Because it is not a method, na? Return is used for terminating a method. It is not a method, so not allowed. Is it clear? Next, try to think. I'm writing one method, static void M4. Inside method, I'm writing if true, then break. Is it allowed? Static void M1, if true, break. Is it allowed? Don't try to answer your own. Don't use your brain. Try to take the statement I have given. Break is used for terminating a loop or switch. Where is loop? Either directly or indirectly, break must be inside loop. Where is loop? Okay, there is no loop. There is no loop. This is not loop. This is not loop. So compiler throw error. Break outside. I have to comment this statement. Break outside loop. Break outside switch or for loop. So it will throw error. Okay. Next, I'm taking M5 method. I'm writing continue. At least now try to answer correctly. If true, continue. At least now answer correctly. Continue, you placed under if, but continue meant for a terminating loop. It should be directly or indirectly under loop. It is not loop, it is not loop. So it is keep on searching for above, am I under loop, am I under loop, am I under loop. Okay, this is a big railway station. In this railway station, there are so many people are there. There are so many people are there. Now tell me, you are under so many people, but you keep on looking my father, my father, my father, my father, my father, my father, my father. You are keep on searching for where is my father in the complete railway station. Your father not found. You started crying like anything. Mommy, daddy, where are you? Shouting now. Okay. Same way, continue searching for where is my loop, not loop. Is it my loop, not loop? Then get out. I am not allowed here. I will be allowed only under loop. Compiler throwing error. Line number 19. Okay, continue outside loop. Now I'm commenting it. Please correctly think and answer, okay? Please correctly think and answer. Don't use your brain. Stop using your brain. Correctly answer. Static void M6 of, if true, return. Is it allowed? Is it allowed? Return is used for terminating a method. You can write return statement either inside method or inside loop or inside if, wherever. It's keep on searching. Am I under method? No. Am I under method? No. Yes. By reaching here, yes. Now it's compiled successful. No problem. Okay. Now I'm writing another statement. M7 method, M7 method, open bracket, closed bracket. Is it compiled or not compiled? What compiler verify? Return statement you have used. You placed under normal block. Okay. But at least it's a top level block. Top level block, is it a method? Yes. Yes. Now this will terminate this method. From here, it will send the control to end of the method and sending to calling method. So it is compiled. Control 1 compiled successfully. Right. By seeing the previous programs, break is inside if, continue inside if. All the people are feeling that break continue allowed inside if. Continue break not terminating if, terminating for loop iteration and for loop next iterations. Everybody got clarity? Yeah? The misunderstanding you have. Break inside if you are thinking. Okay. Break, I want to control its execution. That's why I'm taking if. If is not mandatory. You can remove if. If I write break, what happened? Then in first iteration only, it is terminated. Next statements, next iteration not executed. My target is what? I want to terminate the iterations in the middle somewhere. I don't want to terminate immediately. That's why I'm taking it. Okay. So I hope you realized. Now tell me, if is not, when you write break or continue inside if is not executing, we are not executing if. Understand? Rather we are executing, rather we are terminating what? Loop we are terminating. Okay, listen. I'm writing one method. Static void M8 of, M8 of, open bracket, closed bracket. What break is doing? Can I write break directly? Can I write break directly? No. Why? Break meant for a terminating loop. Now I am writing break inside if. Inside if. Is it allowed? Inside if true or false, whatever. Is it allowed? No. Why? Because break is meant for a terminating loop, not if. Okay. Now I am removing this and I'm writing for loop. For open bracket, closed bracket, semicolon, semicolon. Okay. I'm just writing for semicolon, semicolon. Is it allowed? Is it allowed? Allowed. Compile successfully. Okay. Then what is this loop? Is the syntax meaning is what? I told you the syntax meaning is infinite loop. Here default value is true. Compiler in the for loop by default places true. But it is not allowed in the while and do while. In while and do while, you have to explicitly write true. Okay, fine. Then now I am writing something like this. Yeah. Let me write complete. Okay. Int I equal to 1. Okay. I less than or equals to 10. And next I'm writing I plus plus system dot out dot println system dot out dot println. I'll write double quotes, loop start or iteration loop, iteration start, and loop iteration end. Tell me what is the output? Loop iteration start, loop iteration end. What is the output? If I call M8 method, what is the output? Compiler throw error. Compiler will throw error. Unreachable statement. I hope now you can understand why did I use if condition. If I don't use if condition, what is the problem? If I don't use if condition, what is the problem? We cannot place any statement after break, continue, return. Break, continue, return are transfer statements. They terminate the current execution and send the control out of the loop. Okay, so they never executed. That's why we place break under if condition. Okay, if you place here compiler throw error, unreachable statement. So basically two rules and only two rules you need to know. For practice purpose, many points, many cases I am writing. Continue system.out.println iteration and you will get compile time error. Unreachable statement, compile time error you will get. Okay, line number 48. Same rule is applicable for, same rule is applied to return statement also. Return is also break. Now look at the two methods, need to change the name. Line number 14 and 57, unreachable statement. Okay. Continue is after break continue return, we cannot place any statement directly. If you place any statement directly, compiler will throw error. If you need to place any statement after break continue, you have to place break continue return inside if block. Okay, so that's very important. Tell me now, what is the output of this program? If we call M8 method, what is the output? We will get only one time loop iteration start and control is going out. If I write from this statement, what is the output? Loop iteration end. Sorry, loop iteration start, continue, again executed. Loop iteration start, continue, again executed. Loop iteration start, continue, again loop iteration start. So 10 times loop iteration executed. Then there is no need of continue. If you do not have any statements after the continue, then continue is waste. Because by default, at end of the for loop, compiler software add continue. That's why loop iterating again and again. Hello, understand? In every loop, implicitly continue will be there at end. That's why control is sending back to the loop. When I should use a continue explicitly, in the middle of the iteration, I want to terminate the loop iteration and execute remaining iterations. Then we should use a continue. Next statements, if you want to terminate in the iteration, then only required continue. If you want to write just a continue at end of the loop, not required, okay? If you want to write return continue break in the middle of the method logic, you must place under if condition. When you place under if condition, don't feel that it is a terminating if, it is a terminating loop. Can I hope everyone understand all the rules, okay? Simple two rules only there. Rule number one, break is allowed only under loop or switch case. Continue is allowed only inside loop. Return allowed inside only method. If you write them outside of the loop or outside of the switch case or outside of the method, then compiler will throw error. That's the basic rule number 1. Rule number 2, break, continue, return or termination statements. So we must, after these 3 statements, we cannot place any statement directly. If we want to place some statements after break, after continue, after return, first of all, we must place break, continue, return in the if condition. Okay. So these are all the points you need to remember. And last important note, if you place a break, continue, return inside if condition, they're not terminating if condition logic, terminating loop and terminating method. That's it. This is the story about break branching statements. Okay, branching statements completed. Now moving to the next concept. I'm writing a loop inside a loop. 2 loops I'm writing, okay? I'm writing loop inside loop. For example, I'm writing like this. Inside this loop, I have written code like this. Tell me now which which one is terminating here? Come on. I've written a main method. Inside main start, for loop. Inside for loop, I'm writing one more for loop. Okay. Inside for loop, I'm writing if I equal to 2 break. Now this break will break which loop iteration? If I equal to 2, or else let's say j, if j equal to 2, break, else not required, let it be there. Tell me now. It will break only inner loop or outer loop. This break is applied to whom now? Inner loop. What is the output of this program? Outer loop iteration I value 1. Okay. Then for iteration 1, now this for loop executed how many times? 7 times. Inner loop 2, inner loop 1, inner loop 2, break. Then go. Outer loop 2, 1, 2, break. Like that, 5 times, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 will come. Control 1, controlled. Everyone understand? Main start, outer loop iteration 1, inner loop 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, 6, 1, 2, like that. Okay. If I write here, I equal to 1, I equal to 2, what is the output change? In outer loop, I value 1. Inner loop, j value 1. Tell me, this j value displayed 1 to 7. Inner loop completed, outer loop completed, going out. Inner loop, all iterations completed. Outer loop, first iteration completed, moving to outer loop, second iteration. Second iteration, 2. Inner loop again, j equal to 1. 1, I value 2 na, break. What it will break? Outer loop or inner loop? It will break outer loop or inner loop. You use here I or j list bother. The break is searching for its scope. Break is placed under which scope? Inner loop. Then inner loop is terminated going out to outer loop. Bolo. Only in outer loop I value 2, inner loop is terminated. Remaining all iterations, it's executed 5 times. Outer loop 1, inner loop 7 times. Outer loop 2, then inner loop executed only 1 time. Okay. Outer loop 3, 7 times. 4, 7 times. 5, 7 times. Don't use your eyes. Use brain. Now tell me, I'm writing J here. My project demand is, I want break outer loop from inner loop. In a C language, we have a concept called goto. go to that line number, something is there. Now in C, in Java, everywhere we have a concept called label. Okay, there is a concept called label. What the meaning of label? Naming the loops. Method has labeled with the name main. Class has labeled with the name test. Okay, now I want to label, what do you call? A loop. I want to label a loop to terminate. Okay, then I'm writing X. Any name you can take. Follow identifier chapter. In identifier chapter, I provided 7 rules. A label is a simple an identifier that provide name to a loop. What the syntax to provide label? Label and the loop separated by colon. Okay, and now I'm taking anything here by following identifier rules. You can take any name here, your wish. Okay, Y colon X Y I'm taken. Now I wanted to terminate. Okay, this outer loop from inner loop. Then what you write here? Break X. If I write break X, then what happen now? If J value is 2, it will break X loop. That means outer loop. Then control will go from here to outer loop end. This is inner loop end. This is outer loop end, and directly output coming main end. Outer loop iteration 1. Inner loop iteration 1, loop iterated. Now inner loop iteration 2 equal to 2. Yes, break X. Then it is searching for where is X. Is this X? No. Is this X? Yes. X matching. This is one. Going out and output will come main end. Control 1 compiled successfully. Control 2 executed. Look at that. Outer loop 1, inner loop 1, inner loop 2. That's all main end. Is it clear? So tell me, what is a label? What the use of label? Please confirm all the people are comfortable with the label concept. Java doesn't support goto. In C, goto is there. You can test with the C compilers. Java doesn't support goto. And how goto is working, I too don't know. I never worked with C language goto. Tell me, in place of break, if I write continue, what happened? In place of break, I have written continue. Then what happened? It will terminate or it will go to outer loop next iteration. It will go to outer loop next iteration. If I don't write X, then it will continue with the next iteration of for loop. No use of the continue, right? No use of continue. All iterations 1 to 7 will come. 1 to 7, 1 to 7, 1 to 7. If I write here continue Y, then what happened? It will continue with outer loop. What is the output? Outer loop 1, inner loop 1, inner loop 2, inner loop 2, continue with outer loop, then outer loop 2, 7 will not come, okay? 5 times inner loop 2 will come. Okay? Outer loop iteration 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Is it clear to all? Tell me, if I write here I in place of J, I'm writing here I. If I write I equal to 2, continue X. What is the output will come? How many times continue is executed? Only one time. In iteration number 2. 1, 1 to 7, 2, only one iteration executed. Then 3, 1 to 7, 4, 1 to 7, 5, 1 to 7. Okay? If I comment continue X and uncomment break X, then first iteration 1, J value 1 to 7 executed. Outer loop 2, iteration 2, J value 1, break, what it will break? It will break X, going out. Okay? So only output will be iteration 1, inner loop 1 to 7, iteration 2, inner loop 1, that's it, terminated. Main end will come message. Control 1, control 2. 1, 2, 7, 2, 1. Okay, na? So this is the story about label concept. Last point, infinite loops. Just observe infinite loop, how to create. Sometimes you need to understand infinite loops creation also. Look at this program. Okay, observe. I can create, infinite loop in 3 ways. Directly with literals. Okay, directly with literals. While true, it is an infinite loop. Do while true, it is an infinite loop. For semicolon, semicolon, it is an infinite loop. This is a constant infinite loops. Okay, now it is a constant infinite loop. Now look at here. I'm taking this while loop. Okay, I'm taking I value 1. Then I have written directly true from while I plus plus. Catch my point? I plus plus. What the meaning of I plus plus? Increase every time I value. First use and then increase. Use and then increase. Is there any chance it can come out? Is there any chance it will come out? No chance. It keep on running, never terminated. Then system.out.println hello. The statement becomes unreachable. Na? When compiler found while true, it realized it is a constant expression. Na? Remember, there is a confusion I told you. If true, with any statement you write, it's considered as a constant expression. Okay? If false, with any statement you write, it is considered as a constant expression. Only, remember, only if true or false, with break or continue or return, it is not considered as a constant expression. True, false. These are not considered as a constant expression. It's considered as a Boolean, and it will not consider as a break is there. It will allow to place the next statements. Except this one condition, remaining all places, true considered as a true, false considered as a false. Please accept and remember. If a true, false is there, don't read as a true, false, sorry, with if true or if false, with break or continue or return is there, please don't consider true as a true, false as a false. Consider it as a if Boolean. Even you come for the while also, while return, okay, while true, consider as a true. It is an infinite loop. Control never come out, okay, control never come out. And then hello is never executed, message will come. So we'll get unreachable statement, compile time error. Look at that unreachable statement, system.out.println, hello, the statement never executed. So comment. So what the important point, if you prepare any three of the loops with, if you prepare any of the three loops with a directly true or a condition that never terminates, always returns true, then that loop is called infinite loop. If you prepare a loop directly with constant true, then compiler knows it is an infinite loop. After infinite loop, if you write any SOPLN statement, compiler will throw error. Can I hope all you people got clarity? Now I'm calling this M1 method to see output will come, what will come. So it will keep on coming. I have to change the number here. It never terminates. Lifelong it keep on running. Okay, na? It's never stop. Close this. Okay, fine. I'm commenting this M1 method, enabled M2 method. Then go to M2 method. M2 method. Tell me now. Is it infinite loop? Yes. Do I value increase while true. While true means what? It never terminated. Keep on running. Is the compiler knows that it is an infinite loop? Yes, it is a constant expression. Because constant expression, compiler know it is a while infinite loop. SOPLN and hello, compiler throwing error. Unreachable statement. So I have to comment it, and if you run it, then again it keep on running. From do while high, keep on running only. It is not recursive. Don't confuse with infinite call. Okay? Don't confuse with infinite call is different. Recursive call is different. Recursive method call. Recursive method call, there is a chance to terminate. Okay? Recursive method will terminate in middle, but infinite loop never terminated. Okay? In JVM architecture, I'll tell you the memory architecture difference between infinite loop and recursive method call. Okay. Then next. Now I'm taking for loop. In for loop, in while loop, in a do while loop, you have to write true. If you leave empty, it will throw error. Okay. If you leave empty parenthesis, it will throw error. Compiler will throw error. Okay. But whereas if you take while, right, no error. Implicitly, compiler will add what? True. Control 1, compile successfully. Tell me, can I write here SOPLN hello after for loop? No. Compiler knows it's a constant for loop, constant expression. Then it is throwing error, unreachable statement. Come on, all you people understand? Throwing error, unreachable statement. Right. Control 1, I have to comment it. After commenting, if you run, again it will become infinite loop. Control 1, control 2. Let's keep on running. It is not recursive method call. It never terminated until you close this window. Until you close command prompt, it will not terminate. Okay. Then we can also prepare infinite loop with a variable expression. Look at there, I value is 1. Okay, I value 1, j equal to 1. By 2 variables I taken, not required now. Okay, let it be there. I'm taking 2 variables, I value 1, j value 1, while j less than or equals to 10. Okay, j less than or equals to 10 from for with j, from for with j, high I value. Why I taken 2 variables? If I take I variable in the condition, here I'm increasing now. Then j, I value reach it to 10, false, it is coming out. Then it will become infinite loop. It will not become infinite loop. Can compiler identify it is infinite loop? Come on, sir. Come on, sir. Can compiler generate? Can compiler identify it? Is it infinite loop? No. Compiler cannot identify it is an infinite loop. Why? Compiler cannot identify because it is a variable expression. Compiler feels that this value may be Boolean value, true or false. If true, it is not executed. If false, it has a chance to execute. Na? That's why it is not throwing any error. So now I'm commenting M3 method, M4 method enabled. Look at there. It's an infinite loop, but there is no compile time error. Why? Because compiler software do not know it is an infinite loop. Who knows it is an infinite loop? JVM knows. JVM doesn't follow assumptions. Can I hope all you people understand M4 method? Then now tell me, M5 method, is there any compile time error? If compile time error, why compile time error? You tell. Same thing I have written. It is a constant expression. Why constant expression? I have used variable j. J is a final variable. Then j place what is substituted? 1. 1 less than or equals to 10? Yes, true. What compiler placing here? True. Directly true will come. There is no variable incrementing, decrementing directly while true, hence compiler throw error. Are you catching my point? Unreachable statement. Shankar, implicit typecasting is there, na? Good question. If I leave this one I plus 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 plus, integer has a some range as per data types, max range is there. When it reach to max range, implicit typecasting is there, na? I equal to int of I plus 1, na? This statement complete meaning. I plus plus complete meaning is int of I plus 1, right? Good question you raised. So you are practicing wonderfully, good. Okay. So cast operator will bring it into in the range of I. Negative number will come, negative range value. So it leads to compile time error, commenting. Okay. Right. Tell me. I have written code like this. Is there any compile time error? If you write while true, SOP and high, then SOP and hello. Where is compile time error? Compile time error is for high or for hello. Compile time error for hello because it is reachable, but it is not reachable. Okay. Control 1, compile. Unreachable statement. Okay. Tell me, I'm writing while loop, while false. While false, SOP and high, SOP and hello. Is there any compile time error? While false, SOP and high, SOP and hello. Any compile time error? Yes, there is a compile time error. Compile software asking, while false, loop is meant for executing 0 or n number of times. 100% the statement never executed. Okay? Compiler questioning, this block of statements never executed. Then why you are writing? Compiler will throw error to this open bracket compile time error. Unreachable statement, look at that. Open bracket, compile time error. Okay. Then I'm commenting it. If I comment it, then closed bracket also should comment. Na? Then SO plan high, it is unreachable. Okay, unreachable statement, system.out.println high. Okay, now I'm commenting it. If I comment this SO plan high, then tell me SO plan hello is unreachable because this statement will go under the scope of while false. Na? No, unreachable statement. Then I have to comment it. Then tell me, when I comment this line will go under while false. Do you remember? If true, if false, when I write, I told you, whatever the first statement you have written, that will go under. Then compiler throw error to it. Illegal statement. If I comment this, then this statement will go under while false. Like that, keep on until end of the Java file. I have to keep on comment. Then what the solution? You are not allowed to place while false. Okay, directly while false you cannot place. A constant expression while false if you place, compiler keep on throwing error, unreachable. That's very important, interesting point. Remember it. Now, listen carefully. I am placed the while true. It's a infinite loop, but infinite loop with break. Is the statement reachable or not reachable? Infinite loop with break, the statement reachable or not reachable? It is reachable. Because break will terminate the loop and send the control out. No compile time. Okay? Now, I have written code like this. Then, M9 method. While true, high, if false. Break, SO and hello. Now tell me, is it compiled or not? This is while true, SO and hello. Is it compiled or not compiled? Chalo, answer past. Everybody feeling that it is unreachable because we place break under if false. Just now I told you, if we write if either true or false with transfer statements, you must not read false as a false, true as a true. You must read it as a Boolean. Compiler feels it is a Boolean value. If Boolean may be true or may be false. If true, break executed, control will go out. Just now I told you, right? It's compile successful. This is a confusion point. Only in this case, compiler, for example, if I write here inside, if false, some SO Boolean statement you write, okay? Then it is considered as if false, okay? But if you write a break statement, compiler read it as not false. It read as Boolean. Very, very important point. Compiler will read it as Boolean. If Boolean, If Boolean means it is considered as true or false. Two conditions will apply. If true, break executed, next statement is reachable, no compile time error. But at runtime, is it reachable or not reachable? Not reachable. Because false, JVM will never execute it. It keep on iterating, hello never executed. Compile, execute. Hi only keep on running, hello never executed. For JVM, it is not reachable, but compiler feels that it may be reachable because break placed under if condition, even though it is false, compiler feels it is a Boolean, may be true. So this is a confusion point, please remember. Only this case, you have to remember, that's it. There is no other option. And just I wanted to remind you, once upon a time, long ago, last week, we discussed if true and all. Can I write while loop without body? Yes, we are allowed. Okay. Can I write do while loop without body? Just to do while. Can I write do while loop without body? Yes. Semicolon mandatory. Can I write do while loop without body? Yes. Can I write for without body? Yes. Can I write for without body? Yes. Okay. Allowed, no problem. Small twist with the do while. Can I write do while? Okay, let me take while. Can I write while without body multiple statements? Hi, hello. Hi, hello. What happened? Are both statements comes under while? Are both statements comes under while? Without body, only first statement is comes under while. The statement is outside of the loop, it leads to unreachable statement, compile time error. 12, 13, 14. It leads to unreachable statement, compile time error. If you write here variable expression, the statement will not get any error. Now, in a do while without body also, can I write multiple statements? Come on. Without body, can I write multiple statements in do while? No, compiler will throw error. Look at there. We are getting compile time error while expected. Here, compiler throwing error while expected. So with do while without body, you can write only one statement. If you write multiple statement, compiler will throw error. There is no problem with while true. This while true become independent statement. Are you catching my point? This while true become independent statement because while true after semicolon there. While true semicolon there, this semicolon will become a statement under while true, it become infinite loop. Okay, now all you people understand? Got clarity? Yeah? If condition, whatever the points we discussed with the if, all points are applicable for all blocks, if else, if switch, case, default, what do you call loops, everywhere same points will come. You should have patience to work. Okay, how much strong you are syntactically in control flow statement, you'll become that much strong in concept. Okay, this is wrong, I am commenting it. Okay, can I write multiple semicolons? Do while with SOPL and semicolon like this. Is it allowed? Is it allowed? Look at that, while expected. Semicolon is also one statement, na? Right? Two statements are there. One statement SOPL and second statement is what? Semicolon. Two statements are there. Then do while is gone. While to do while between association is gone. So not allowed. Are you following? Empty do while, is it allowed? Can I write empty while true? Can I write empty while true? If I write empty while true, this closed bracket go under while true. Then you will get compile time error, right? Similarly, can I write empty while do? Can I write empty do while? Can I write empty do while semicolon? Anyone can guess? Is there any compile time error? Is it error or no error? Without a bracket, compulsory one statement must be there. After do, whatever you write, that will go under do na. Now this is not become do while, it will become a statement of the do. Now compiler throw error while expected. While expected. Everyone understand? While already there now, why you are asking while expected? Because this while is not associated with the do. It is outside of the do. Okay, understand? Then now I'm commenting it, it is an error. I'm writing like this. By writing many cases, I hope you are not confusing. I'm writing like this. While true, while true. Now, error or no error? Do, while true, semicolon, while true, semicolon. Is there any error? Is there any error? This statement is become under do while, and it is an infinite loop. Everything is valid. There should not be error. Let us see. Line number 121. 121. I have to comment it. Look at there. Method already there, M16, M16, M15, 16, this is 17, this is 18. Control 1 compile, control 2. There is no compile time error, compile successfully. This is valid syntax, no error, compile successfully, but it leads to infinite loop. Why? Because this while true semicolon make it infinite loop. Okay, now? I hope everyone understand. Next, remember inside loop also we can create declare variables, static, void, M19, open bracket, while, any condition you can take. I'm writing directly true, int a equal to 10. Is it allowed? Can we declare variable under loop without bracket? Not allowed. Variable declaration not allowed here. Okay, variable declaration not allowed here. Last method, similarly, now I'm taking do while, do, semicolon. Tell me, is it allowed or not allowed? Without body, I'm writing int a equal to 10. Now tell me, is it allowed? Not allowed. Line number 148. Line number 148, variable declaration not allowed here. So these are all the points you must practice with infinite loop and following by Right. Take screenshot. Take screenshot of this program. Please practice all cases. Yeah, look at here. Did all points completed? Anything is pending? Right, in Java 5 version, the new feature is for each loop. Okay, and Java 14 new feature is switch block as expression. For each loop, I will teach you in arrays, and switch block I will explain you. Okay, I'll explain you some other time. So now we completed control flow statements. We need to enter it into arrays chapter. So operators over, control flow statements completed, and arrays and where-arg method I need to teach. That will start from tomorrow. Tomorrow on we'll start learning arrays. What is array, why array, how to create array programming, okay, array searching, array sorting, okay, some algorithms I'll explain. And I hope you are working on logical programs. I requested you to develop pattern programs, character-based programs, number-based programs. So it's your responsibility to develop. So don't blame me later that I didn't explain. It is not C course. If it is a C language, I can teach you all these programs for 1 month. Okay, C language course is 2 months. 1 month teaching control flow statements, operators, data types. 2nd month teaching you all these programs, and 1 more 15 days pointers. C language completed. Okay, but Java is vast syllabus is there. If you force me to teach all these logical programs, I cannot complete our Java syllabus. Already we have crossed our days limit also. Still we have to discuss object oriented programming, and then we need to discuss about Java API. We have a lot more to discuss. So people who wanted to learn logical programming by teaching somebody, join C course by Kishore sir and learn C program there, and those programs implement in Java by using our Java operators and control flow statements. So that's all for the day, and tomorrow we'll start learning arrays. Thank you. See you tomorrow.